Thunder! 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 Thundercats! Ho!
Thundercats are on the move. Thundercats are loose. You imagine you born. Thundercats are loose. Thundercats.
We better get back to the cat's lair.
And fast!
Hello, Bots and Books fans, this is Scorp1701, and tonight we are going to be taking a look at two awesome figures from the Super 7 Ultimates Thundercats line. Yes, we are going to be taking a look at Wilykit and Wilykat, those rascally little Thunderkittens. And you may remember, if you were a Matty Collector back in the day, that when the original molds of these came out, and they were with Mattel, they came out in a Comic-Con exclusive 2-pack, and that was really cool. So why not keep up the tradition of keeping them both together and doing them both at the same time? So this is going to be an awesome review. Stick with us as we take a look at these mischievous little Thunderkittens. Alright, so taking a look at the packaging, you can see it is in your standard Super 7 Ultimates packaging. However, these particular packages do not have the slipcover. This is during the period where Super 7 is trying to cut back on their packaging, so get rid of the slipcover and you still have a pretty cool presentation. But anyway, they are in a nice window box. You have ages 14 plus here at the top with Super 7. You can see the Thunderkittens in their packaging with their accessories all around them. You have Thundercats logo here, Wilykit and Wilykat. On the right side of the box, nothing on the left side of the box, nothing on the top of both boxes. You have Ultimates. On the bottom of the box, you do have some barcodes, so we will take a look at those, starting with Wilykit's barcode. If that will help you find the toy, that's great. And then coming down to Wilykat's barcode, so that is really cool. You also have some credits for the box on there, and that's going to be the bottom of the boxes. So, bringing them back up and coming around to the back, you do have a brief read up on each of the Thunderkittens. So taking a look at them, we'll take a look at Wilykit first. She is so cute. And coming down, I will zoom in. You could read her bio, pause the video if you'd like. Read that to your heart's content, but we must be moving over to Wilykat, and he's kind of in a glare there, so let's get him out of that. You have a nice picture of Wilykat there, and we have his read up. So take a moment, pause the video. Again, we must be moving backward and outward. So yeah, that is the awesome packaging for the Thunderkittens. And I don't want to see these little Thunderkittens in the box. I know you don't. So let's get them out and let the hijinks begin. And here we have the Thunderkittens out of the packaging. Now the packaging, they both come in at about 5 inches tall. They come with very similar accessories, and how we usually do this is one at a time, but I think we'll look at them together, which means we'll go over one, then the other, and then their accessories, just to save time by looking at their accessories together instead of apart. Alright, so since we do have to do it one at a time, let's go ahead and start by taking a closer look at Wilykit. And coming in real close on Wilykit, she has a very, very cute face. I love how she is molded and sculpted and painted. This is so adorable. She has a nice little flesh tone for her upper forehead. She has some very nice black eyebrows and some orange eyes coming down. There is a lighter color under the eyes, the mouth, and the nose. Coming around to the sides, you got the flesh tone coming back underneath the ears. She has a huge head of orange hair with a nice black stripe going down the center and coming up to the point in the back. So that is neat. Coming around to the back of the hair, the black continues down. Kind of looks like a skunk, but you know, it's actually pretty nice. And I do get a little bit of a white there. I don't know what that is. Let's see if that will come off. Yeah, it's just coming off. So that is really cool. All right, let's zoom out so we can see her torso. And she is so cute. She's wearing her little purple and pink dress. It is cut and slanted down here right at her chest. Her left shoulder is pink, denoting a little bit more of the dress coming down. You have a beautiful Thundercat symbol right here in the center. She has her little pellet belt on, and it's done in a nice red with some silver. The pellets are there with a silver and black strap holding them there. She has a armband right here, silver coming down. You do have that flesh tone until you get to the forearms, and then the forearms switch back to that lighter color. That is neat. The dress comes down at sharp points, and you got the pink on the right side and purple on the left. That is neat. Coming down, she just has flesh tone little legs and some very high colorful pink and purple spats, as it were. You got her feet sticking out there. They're kind of sharp claws at the bottom, so that is pretty neat. Coming to the bottom, you do see where the spats kind of fit over. You do have some peg holes right there at the top of the foot where you could post her if you're so inclined. Coming around to the back of the figure, nothing that you would not expect there. She still looks really good. And I really do like the detail that they put into her. So let's get her standing, and this may take a second. She is a bit top heavy because of this huge honking head. Kind of sets off her weight, but you can fiddle around with it and you can get her to stand eventually. Now, if we were to put the Matty Collectibles Wilykit picture right beside her in a comparison mode, we could see that the head on the Matty Collector was a little more detailed. The head here on the Super 7 is a little softer featured. The face also is a little smaller, I think more proportioned here on the Super 7 than it is on the Matty Collector. Coming down, the next change that we would see is that the belt is different on the Super 7 here as opposed to the Matty Collector. But as far as the dress and the costume, everything after that, it looks pretty much similar. So there are a few changes that they took from the Matty Collector, and I think I really like this Wilykit's face a lot better than the Matty Collectors. But again, that's going to be perspective. Alright, and that is what your Wilykit is going to look like. Moving on. And take a close look at Wilykit. Now, this is a very nice head sculpt as well. Almost has a Wolverine type feature to it, which I really like. And he has a very cute face molded in there. You can see some nice eyebrows and eyes that are nice and orange. Have a cute little nose and a little face there with kind of a thoughtful look on his mouth. And you do have a color differential here coming from the eyes down the chin and the other eyes. The nose itself, though, is the same color as the forehead. The head sculpt is very nicely done. Like I said earlier, you have orange, you have some black stripes coming down from the center, and then there's some white coming out from the sides of the inside of the face. I like that design, very interesting. Coming around to the back of the head sculpt, you do have that same design. Cool lightning streaks in black coming down like an arrow, and then you got some more white coming up from the back. I like that. Now, taking a look at his costume, or his torso as it were, it looks like he is wearing an oversized shirt, and that's okay because that's what he's supposed to look like. It is bordered in a dark orange and comes down kind of to the side here. The shoulder brown for his right arm, and the left arm is a lighter orange coming down, is covering most of the center. You do have a nice belt here with a Thundercat logo and some pouches molded in there. That is nice. He has flesh tone biceps until you get to the forearms, and then they come to that lighter cream color. He does have bracelets on both wrists. They're nice and coppery color. Coming down, you do have flesh tone for the legs, and coming to his boots, which are done in a nice orange trim and a dark brown for the boot, and you do have a darker orange for straps across the boots. So that is pretty nice. Coming to the bottom, you do have some peg holes there. Coming to the back of the figure, now this is where your brown will take over the back. So I don't know, the shirt is kind of weird, two-toned color and how it was designed, but again, that's kind of how it was in the cartoon, so I am not too worried about that. So we'll put Wilykat down here, and he's a little easier to stand than Wilykit. I think it might also be the feet, because he's wearing some boots that give him a better stability. But taking a look at Wilykat and bringing in a picture from the Matty Collector for comparison, now there is a little more difference here too. You have the head sculpt, which had darker black stripes on it, and the white was coming up more. The eyes again and the face were a little bigger, and the color on the face was a little darker. That was not under the eyes. Under the eyes was a cream colored still. And then the costume in itself was a little darker orange and brown. But if you look at this one, the shoulders on the Matty Collector were both orange as opposed to it being brown on the Super 7 on the right shoulder. So that is an interesting differential. But other than the shades of the coloring, there's not much difference here in the costumes. Again, they're both pretty close. And that is what your Wilykat is going to look like. Moving on. And for articulation, now both of the Thunderkittens are built relatively the same way, so the articulation is going to be the same. So we will do one and done, and we will use Wilykit here for our model. So starting with the head can go around 360 degrees. It can wiggle, waggle left and right, look down a little bit, look up a little bit, and that is really cool. These shoulders can come up from the body and then back down. They can go around 360 degrees. And technically, you do have a bicep rotation if you want to twist it all the way around, but that also carries the entire arm, so it's not independent. But if you go down to the elbow, you do get a nice about 90-degree bend for the elbow, and that is good, with an independent forearm rotation, which will go around 360 degrees. That will bring you down to the little hand, and the hand is rotatable 360 degrees around, and this one hinges down and up, so that is really good. It's a very small hand too. Wilykat's hand is just slightly bigger, so yeah, that is an interesting fact there. Coming to the center of the body, she does have a 360 degree waist articulation. It's basically an abdomen thrust and movement. It is built into this center waist section, so it is wiggly and waggly, so you can go forward and back, left and right, so that is good. Now the legs on both figures are going to be kind of hindered by their costumes and their clothing. Wilykit is a little more manageable. She has these slits in her dress, so you can kind of get it up a little bit, out to the side a little bit, and then back a little bit. But there's still not going to be a lot you could do with the legs because they're kind of trapped in the clothing. You do get a couple clicks of thigh rotation for her, coming down to her knee bend, which is not exactly 90 degrees. It kind of spins just slightly there, but that is built into a lower leg rotation, 360 degrees, coming down to her foot, and the foot is hinged and it can go up and down, and then it can rock around the world 360 degrees. So again, that is a really good articulation, but you're going to have problems with the leg. So if we take a look at Wilykat here, still legs can't get up, but again, he has this slit in the side, so he can actually get his leg a little further out than hers. And then put that back, and then his boots really don't alter the articulation much as opposed to her toes. You still have the same amount with the hinge down and forward and rocking around the world 360 degrees. So yeah, there's a lot of good articulation in these figures, even though they're really small, and that is cool. All right, and that is going to be your Thunderkittens articulations. Moving on. And for accessories, the Thunderkittens both come with alternate heads. Wilykit's head is cute. It has a nice little winky eye and pretty much the same paint sculpt as the original head that she has, but it is so happy. I love it. Wilykat's head is a very happy, mouth open with some teeth showing look, and he's smiling, and I really like this head as opposed to the more thoughtful, pensive look that he came packed with. So I think I'll keep the happy Wilykat head on him instead of the concerned looking one. Alright, and that is going to be your alternate heads. And take a look at the next accessories the Thunderkittens come with. They have alternate hands. Now, Wilykit comes with 3, whereas Wilykat comes with 7. So I'm not exactly sure why Wilykat needs so many extra hands, but I guess, they thought he needed to be more handsy. So, taking a look at Wilykit's hands first. She does come with 2 item holding hands and a pellet holding hand, which is really neat. Moving over to Wilykat's hands, he comes with a set of item holding hands. He comes with a set of open grabby hands. He comes with a set of hands that are throwing his little balls or capsules. And he comes with another ball/capsule holding hand. So that is really neat. A lot more hands for him. And those are going to be their hands. Now, I wish I could tell you could interchange Wilykit and Wilykat's hands, but Wilykit has a very small wrist joint, so Wilykat's hands won't go in there, and the vice versa. If you try to put Wilykit's hands into Wilykat's, they'll fit, but they'll just fall out because they're small. And yeah, so I don't know. Do with the hands what you will. There's a ton of them. And for Wilykit and Kat's next accessories, they come with these little compacted lassos. They are nicely done. They kind of look like nooses, but they're lassos. Don't get any ideas. And they're solid plastic. The red one belongs to Wilykit, and the cream-colored one belongs to Wilykat. And they have these little tabs that are molded into them right here at the top. And these are to attach to the Thunderkittens belts, and they could wear these when they're running around so they don't have the fully extended lasso bothering them. So that is really neat. But when they need to, they can switch out to the fully extended versions of the lassos, and they could hold these and try to lasso some bad guys in them. So that is really cool. Again, red for Wilykit and the cream colored one for Wilykat. Or they could use each other's, it doesn't really matter, but that's how they were packaged in the box. Alright, that is going to be your lassos. And the Thunderkittens' final accessories are their spaceboard setups, and these are really nicely done. They're basically like surfboards that fly around in the sky. Now, according to the packaging, the one with the orange trim belongs to Wilykit, whereas the one with the purple trim belongs to Wilykat. Now, I don't know if that was officially how it's supposed to be, or maybe they got something mixed up, but it seems to me that the orange one would go with Wilykat and the purple one would go with Wilykit, and since I got them both and they're my toys, that's how I'm going to do it. But they are really nicely done. They've got a nice blue paint for the base here, and a nice Thundercat symbol there. You got a foot tab for the Thunderkitten to stand on. Coming around to the back, you do have this nice purple trim here, and then you have some orange and some more orange bordering these little sections here with a nice orange engine here that shoots out. And if we look at the other one, it's pretty much going to be the same, except the bordering is going to be purple, and then the rocket casing is going to be purple. Now, they both do come with a stand, and the stand is nicely done. It's this one is kind of a more smoky plastic, sit up to this little base in the peg section that will peg into the bottom of the board here. And the purple one has more of a clear base. I don't know if that's just something that was in the plastic or it was intended to do that, or I don't know, because it's supposed to be like smoke or wind or air. I don't know. Again, it's just something that's neat, and I like that they included these. It's really cool. They could have got away with selling these individually as a vehicle, but they put them in with the Thunderkittens, and I appreciate that. And they look real good on there, and you can put them on there and scoot them around. It's really cool. And yeah, that is going to be their space boards. So like I said, if you want to give them to who they're supposed to go to in the box, the orange one was Wilykits and the purple one was Wilykats, but I think I'm going to reverse it because, you know, that just matches their colors better. Okay? And that is going to be the Thunderkittens accessories. Moving on. And for comparison, here you have the Thunderkittens versus the evil mutants and Mumra. And seems like the Thunderkittens have got themselves into a bit of a predicament because now they are surrounded and Mumra's already took down one of the boards, but the Thunderkittens are just feisty enough to go on the attack even against such crazy odds because they're no fraidy cats. And this looks really good. I do believe the scale is accurate to what the little Thunderkittens would look like compared to the huge Mumra and the mutants, so that is really good. And for comparison here, Bots and Books fans, is the Super 7 Ultimate Original Thundercats. And they look awesome. You got Wilykit, Wilykat, Snarf, Chitara, Lion-O, Tigra, Panthro, and Ghost Jaga. And this is such an awesome representation of the 80s Thundercats cartoon, and I love these figures. If Super 7 didn't give us any other figures, if they ended their Thundercats line right now, I would be a happy collector because this is the heart of the Thundercats. Yes, this is everything anybody needs for their collection. I love the way these figures came out. I love the way they look. They're not perfect by any means, and I do have a few nitpicks on some, but for the most part, this is awesome, and I love it. This is the accumulation of 5 years of collecting Super 7 Thundercats, and I think it was well worth the wait and the money to get this awesome set. It doesn't get much better than this, but let's try. And for comparison, if you're a completist and you want to throw Linkso, Bengali, and Pumara in there, I don't have the Snarfer, but I don't think I'll get the Snarfer, but this is still a awesome group of Thundercats. I love it. And for comparison, if you have the original Super 7 Lion-O, here is what he looks like instead of the deluxe Lion-O, and both of them look really good in this lineup. I love it. It's awesome. Okay, so that's the complete line. So let's take Bengali, Pumara, and Linkso out, and then you have the original line again. I'll zoom in on that. So that is just cool. I love it. I love it. Both of these Lion-Os are great. This entire line of Thundercats are great. I have no complaints. Very, very cool. And that has been your awesome comparisons. Moving on. And this has been the Super 7 Thundercats Ultimates Wilykit and Wilykat, the Thunderkittens. And no collection of Thundercats would be complete without these mischievous Thunderkittens. And I'm very happy to finish out the original Thundercats with Wilykit and Wilykat here. They were very fun to play around with. They are cute little figures. They have a very good sculpt and mold to them. The colors are nice and bright. I love the articulation. Only slightly hindered by their clothing, but the legs do suffer a little bit for it. The accessories are really cool. The alternate heads for each of the kittens are cute. You got a happy one for Wilykat and a winky one for Wilykit. The hands for Wilykit, not too many of them. She just has a pair of item holding hands and a pellet holding hand, but Wilykat's hands they just went crazy with. They gave him 7 of them, weapon holding hands and grabby hands and item holding hands and ball holding hands and what have you. And then they both have their little lassos in the compact form and in the extended form, so that is really neat. But I think the coolest accessory they both come with are their space boards. Really nicely done. And I think the colors were slightly mixed up, but you know, it may be that they intended to have Wilykit with the orange one and Wilykat with the purple one, but as you can see here, I kind of reversed them because it matched their colors a little better. But it's your toys. Do with them as you want. If you want to keep them how they're supposed to be in the box, that's fine. But as for my collection, I'm doing matching colors. So that's pretty much all I can say about the Thunderkittens. If you are looking to pick up Wilykit or Wilykat, you can find them at your online retailers, and they will go for about 55 to 60 bucks a piece. Yeah, I know that's steep, being such small figures in all, but you do get a lot of accessories with Wilykat, and, well, you just have to have them to complete your Thundercats. That's just the bane of our existence, I guess. Sort of the same with Snarf. You need Snarf to complete it, and he's $55. And just taking a look at this group shot one more time. Oh, that is just worth it. That is worth it, right? $110 for your two Thunderkittens? Alright, maybe not. It's up to you. But in my opinion, they are definitely worth picking up. Alright guys, that's it. Have a great night. And until next time, keep playing.